Okay, the last video for Sam Crawford, baseball career Hall of Famer. Canards on here, Vista, California. Monday, April 21st, 2025. So I've been looking at Sam Crawford, played from 1899 to 1917, 19 years. This video, the 1916 and the 1917 season, combine them because in 1917 only played 61 games. Let's look at 1916. Okay, Detroit Tigers, 36 years old. 100 games, 322 at-bats, 41 runs scored, not that many, only 92 hits, 11 doubles. He does get 13 triples, significant, I'll point it out. No homers, 47 RBI, bats 286, 359 on base, 401 slugging. He goes 129 total bases. Okay, not much of a year, 100 games. Then in 1917, he's 37 years old, his last season. 61 games, 104 at-bats, 6 runs scored, 18 hits. 18 hits in 61 games. So he's declining, 4 doubles. He does not hit a triple, very significant. He did hit 2 homers, 11 RBIs, bat 173. Okay, not much to look at. 204 on base, 269 slugging, 28 total bases. His career is over, 37 years old, Sam Crawford. Let's evaluate him. 19 years, 2,517 games. Longevity. 17 of his 19 years, over 100 games. Significant. 9,570 at-bats. That's a lot. 1,391 runs scored. I'm disappointed there. Should have been 1,500 or more. You get 9,570 at-bats. You need 1,500 runs scored. That should be your average. He had 3 seasons over 100 runs scored. That's where he fell short. He should have had about 10, maybe 12 100 runs scored seasons. This stat bothers me. 2,961 career hits. 39 hits shy of 3,000. And he's 37 years old. He could play one more year, get that extra 100 at-bats, whatever it takes, get that 39 hits, get 3,000, then hang it up. Why not? He had 1 season, 200 hits. That was 217 in 1911. That was his best year. 458 doubles. How about this? 309 triples. This is a record, career triples. This is a record that will not be broken. Nobody in today's age are getting that many triples a season. Ty Cobb tried. He played 24 years. I mean, he played 5 more years than Sam Crawford and couldn't break the record. Cobb ended up with 295 triples. How about Sam Crawford, 309, 500 less games. And here's another record that won't be broken. 17 years out of 19, he had double-digit triples. 10 or more triples in a season, 17 times. His high was 26. He also had a 25, a 22, a 23. He was a triples machine. So Sam Crawford establishes 2 major league records that will never be broken. Nobody else is getting close to 300 triples. Yet Cobb, 3,000 games, he couldn't even do it. You think someone else in today's age is going to get that many? Honus Wagner was 3rd in triples. He had like 200 and Let's see, how many exactly did Honus Wagner have? I'll pull them up just to be accurate. Honus triples, he ended up with 252. So if Wagner and Cobb couldn't approach Crawford, this is a record that will not be broken. How about that for Sam? That's why I covered him. I was curious about the guy. What was unique about him getting the triples? I don't understand it. Do you? Did he have a special talent? Do you know how hard it is to get a triple? Just think of it. If you hit a line drive into the gap between center and left or center and right, normally by the time the outfielder gets it, he can hold you to a double. Same thing if you hit it down the line, either right field or left field. And that outfielder playing in his normal position will get the ball in time to hold you to a double. In order to get it at a triple, you need to hit the ball hard enough that either two things can happen. You hit it over the outfielder's head, and the ball skips around, rolling around. And so by the time the runner is getting to second, he can head for third and make it. That's one way to get a triple. The other way is if you hit it down the line, both left and right fielders, if you hit it down those lines, if they're out of position, let's say they're shading more towards center, both of those, right fielder, left fielder, shading towards center, and you hit it down the line and that ball rolls around, you can make it to third. It'll be harder on the left field side, right? Because third base is close to there. But I've seen triples hit down the line and left, skips around, rolls around, and you can make it to third. Obviously, you hit it to the right field line, that skips around. You're going to have an easier time making it to third. The ball has to skip around. That outfielder, he can't get it in time. It gets by him, and then the ball is rolling around. You make it to third. How about Sam Crawford, 309 times made it to third? That is hard. I think it's harder than a home run. You may say, what? Well, with a home run, you hit it high and hard. It goes over the fence. You're trotting around the bases easily because you hit it out of the park. Except for the inside the park home run, then that becomes more difficult. But with the triple, I think it's harder because you've got to find that gap, either left center, right center, or down the lines. And the ball has to be hit hard enough where the outfielder doesn't get it in time, and you're rounding second, you make it to third. I think that a triple is the hardest hit to get. It really is. 97 home runs, not a slugger. He had 1,523 RBIs. I like it. He passed that 1,500 mark in RBIs. 6 seasons over 100 RBIs. He had 120 one year. So I like that number. Stolen bases, 367. So he's not as fast as Cobb. Cobb had what? How many did he have? Stolen bases. 892, right? Right around there. So Cobb was faster, yet he didn't get as many triples. He had 295 triples. 760 walks, okay, good. 580 strikeouts, good percentage of few strikeouts per at bat. 9,570 at bats, only 580 strikeouts. Never struck out more than, his high in strikeouts, 58 one year. So he's in like the 20s, the 30s, and the 40s in strikeouts. Good contact hitter, Sam Crawford. 309 career batting average matches the 309 triples. He had 11 seasons, 300 or better, out of 19 years. That could have been more. Cobb had 23 out of 24 300 batting average seasons. Cobb a better hitter. Crawford should have had about 15, 16 300 batting average seasons. One year he batted 254, Crawford. That's unacceptable. .362 on base, .452 slugging. He goes 4,328 total bases. That should have been close to 5,000 with the number of hits he had. If you get close to 3,000 hits, you need 5,000 total bases. How can we evaluate Sam Crawford's career? Above average, good, but not very, very good like some of the other Hall of Famers. I'd say good. He fell short in runs scored. The .309 batting average should have been .330. He was that good of a hitter. If you're getting that many triples and doubles and hits, he should have been in the .330 batting average range. And he should have had more .300 batting average seasons. I'll rank him in the top 50 as far as among the great hitters of the past. I could probably think of 50 other guys I would take over Sam Crawford. But how about that 309 triples? That is an astounding record. He can make the claim out of 15,000 baseball players who have played, Sam Crawford can say, I am the triples king. All right, what I like to do after I'm done covering someone, I recap all the guys I've covered in the past, starting with episode 1001. All these guys have one thing in common. They all have a 300 or career batting average. 300 or better career batting average, all these guys. And I've covered them all. I've looked at all their seasons. Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, Lou Gehrig, Stan Musial, Tris Speaker, Rogers Hornsby, Ted Williams, Tony Gwynn, Ed Delonte, George Sisler, Jesse Burkett, Joe Jackson, Willie Keeler, Billy Hamilton, Harry Heilman, Joe DiMaggio, Bill Terry, Lefty O'Doul, Dave Orr, Dan Brothers, Pete Browning, Nap Lajoie, Al Simmons, Sam Thompson, Cap Hansen, Jimmy Fox, Honus Wagner, Willie Mays, Henry Aaron, Hank Greenberg, Hugh Duffy, Eddie Collins, Paul Wainer, Lloyd Wainer, Chuck Klein, Sam Rice, Roberto Clemente, Henny Manouche, Pete Rose, Rod Carew, Kirby Puckett, Ross Youngs, Joe Medwick, Joe Sewell, Earl Averill, Richie Ashburn, Charlie Gehringer, Mel Ott, Jackie Robinson, Tip O'Neill, and now I just finished Sam Crawford. Who's next? I'm sticking with my analysis and my curiosity on guys with 300 or better career batting average. So Mickey Mantle, sorry, not yet. You were 298. Frank Robinson, you were in the 290s. Not yet, guy. Sorry. It's a lot of guys I can cover. But how about record breakers? How about guys who are extraordinary? I mean, come on. Have you heard of this guy? Ichiro Suzuki. First year in the league, 27 years old. And then he goes and plays 19 years, until he's 45. He breaks the 3,000 hit mark, which is incredible, starting your career at 27. But how about 10 consecutive 200 hit seasons? I got to cover this guy. I got to look at his numbers. I got to look at his box scores. So Ichiro Suzuki, you're next. Get ready. I'm out.